So Shelley is the best of all worlds when it comes to being an entrepreneur. She is strong enough to be a lone wolf, but she's generous enough and smart enough to collaborate with other smart women, right? So she has all of that going for her. She also definitely perseveres. I don't know how much Shelley, talks about publicly, but I know that she has personal challenges with her family and stuff like that it has to take into account. With women entrepreneurs, we're not just the business owner. We are the mom, we're the wife, we're the caretaker, we are the person who holds all of that together. And she perseveres through a lot of things that most people, it would stop them in their tracks. And they would say, you know what, maybe this is a sign I shouldn't go forward, or maybe this is a reason that I can't make it to 7 figures, to 8 figures, but not Shelley. She is always keeping her vision in mind, but also holding it in tandem with the roles that she holds most dear. And so her perseverance, her ability to, and her willingness to collaborate and involve others is second to none. I also think that her willingness and desire to collaborate is part of what has gotten her so far so fast in her business. A lot of women entrepreneurs in particular, we're afraid to kind of let go, we're afraid to delegate. And Shelley knows where her gifts are. She knows where her magic is. And so she is going to stay in that lane, and then she'll delegate the rest. And I feel like it's such a great example for us to learn from.
I have seen her continually work on how she can improve her product and service offering to her clients over the years. There are some people who you may come across who are in a consulting space who are there maybe only temporarily, but Shelley has a commitment and a tenacity that this is her space, this is the thing that she is going to just continue to build her expertise in. And I have seen her do that over the years by adapting and changing the way that she brings value to her clients. Any business owner has to overcome adversity. I think as an entrepreneur, that's part of what you sign up for is and it takes a certain personality style to be willing to overcome obstacles and continue to innovate in how you address those things.
Being a female and in the generation in which she grew up, she's challenged with some of those things coming along the way. However, her spirit and the things that she wants to accomplish has never stopped her from accomplishing those things. The diversity is in the realm that she's in is used to a certain type of personality, and she's slowly but surely been breaking those barriers in order to reach her potential.
I've gotten to watch Shelley, first of all, in spaces where we've got to move quickly, we've got to be really efficient, and we've got to do it with a smile. There's a lot going on, there's a lot of movement, a lot of moving parts, and trying to figure out how to bring all of that together cohesively. And I always get to see her do that in a way that is so graceful. I think that goes back to that amazing energy that she has. She approaches everything, life in general, but also her work, her partnerships and collaborations. She approaches those with so much energy. So adversity is nothing for her. She deals with things like anyone else, but she has a very graceful way of approaching those things. And I feel like, again, she carries that with her, in her personal life, but also in her professional life. When we were doing Disrupt HR, as we talked about earlier, there was so much happening in that space. And there were so many people that were looking to her for guidance. And she found a way to do that. She found a way to make sure everyone was comfortable, that everyone was heard and seen. And I think that is the difference between her and other professionals in a similar space. Just the quality of the services that she provides and the way she makes people feel in her presence.
As far as collaboration, that's a no-brainer. That's one of the things that Shelley does best. As far as in the diversity, I think, being a woman-owned business, there's always a little bit that you have to go against the grain as far as that goes, but it doesn't affect her. She just goes in there and goes after what she wants.
She's great at collaborating with others, just being able to get all of us women together to work towards a common goal and common output. And I think that's really amazing just with the community and the space that we're in right now.
Shelley is all about collaborating, and she, as I said, she goes after the folks that she needs to collaborate with in order for her to do the business that she is all about. As far as dealing with adversity, I know that she's had some adversity in her personal life, and with her family, but she hasn't let that stop her. She has taken hold of the reins and just moved right through it.
So I'm going to start with dealing with adversity. She is a problem solver. She is not I'm going to sit back and complain about it. Although, you know, we all complain for a little bit, and it's okay to complain, right? But one of the things that I love about her is she doesn't sit in there. She doesn't unpack her bags in the adversity. She looks for solutions. And that translates directly into the work that she does with her clients, right? So from a collaboration perspective, I mean, she understands it takes a village. And I don't mean just to raise a child, right? I think we all understand it takes a village to raise a child, but it takes a village to succeed. It takes a village to grow. It takes a village to expand. And when it comes to her clients, the unique thing about Shelly and her business is if that's not in her wheelhouse, she has built these collaborative relationships with all of these different subject matter experts that on a dime, she can bring them in, they know what they're doing, and she only partners with people that strive for the same level of excellence and quality work that she does.
I pride myself in my collaboration style, which is a little bit of an oxymoron for me because I'm such an independent person. But I know when I need to collaborate, and I know when I can pull back and be alone and then go at it again. So to me, collaborating and connecting, which my first book was called The Connection, I didn't mean it from a networking standpoint, even though there's a chapter on that, but more so that we have an ability to connect and be resources around us all day long, every day, multiple times. And so for me, collaborating is working with people who can level up, in this instant, a client's game. Be able to add a resource or a stem to maybe a beautiful garden that they already have in place. I definitely have had some adversity in my life, from health issues with me personally, health issues with inside of my family, things that have happened in my family in the past. And I've never let it pull me down. If it did, it pulled me down for a minute. I feel like everybody's kind of been there and done that in their own way. What's dramatic to me may not be dramatic to somebody else, or vice versa. And I just feel like things that happen to us absolutely make us stronger. And I do believe the verse in the Bible that you're not going to be given more than you can handle. Although I ask sometimes, whoa, you can back up a little bit there. But I look at every little thing that's happened not as bad, but another reason to pivot or really ask, well, why did that happen? And what was the golden little nugget inside of that? And so for me, adversity has lifted me up. I feel challenged and invigorated when somebody says no or I fall on my face. It's all about how I get up and what did I learn, and then do it better the next time and share it.